Okay, so now we are doing 2b. We are saying b is going to say that f of x is going to be equal to half square root of 3x squared minus 4. And this is times sine 4x, like this. Either way, now what do we do here? Well, we can see that these two things are multiplying, so we're obviously going to use the product rule. But first we can change this. We can't differentiate anything with the square root, so it's going to be half is multiplying 3x squared minus 4, which is to the power of half. And this is multiplying sine 4x. Now, once it's like this, we can do our thingy product rule. We will now say let u be equal to the first one, half 3x squared minus 4 to the power of half. Then we can say v is equal to the second one, which is sine of 4x. Okay, sine of 4x. Now let's find the derivatives here. We will now say what is u prime. Remember, we're using product rule, so we'll be using u prime and v prime, whatever. Okay, what is u prime? This is going to be, we start with this. How do we differentiate this? Of course, we are going to use the chain rule. We start with the outside, we multiply by the derivative of the inside. So u prime is going to, because there is a function here and another one outside. So this is going to be half. What are we going to have? We bring down the power. So we start with the outside. So it's going to be half is multiplying half. Then the thing is, the power comes down. Then we just have the inside does not change. It is now to the power of negative half. We reduce the power by 1. If you wanted to do in the long way, let's just say this half is just a constant. We take it out. Now let's differentiate this. So what do? We start with the outside. What do? Drop the power half, then reduce it by 1. Don't change the inside. 3x squared minus 4 is now to the, you say half minus 1. Or you say open bracket 1 over 2 close minus 1. You get negative half. Okay. Remember, when you change it into a fraction, you say second function, then a, b over c. You get negative half. This is then going to multiply the derivative of the inside. Derivative of 3x squared. 2 comes down, is going to be 6x. It's going to multiply 6x like this. Then you are going to have it. What is it going to now simplify to? Half times half is going to be 1 over 4. And we have 3x squared minus 4. And it's going to multiply 6. So we can say it's going to be 6 all over 4. Because 6 is a whole number. It only takes the top. Half times half will be 4. So it'll be 6 over 4. If we want, it's 6 over 4 of x, or we can say 6x over 4. And this is going to multiply 3x squared minus 4 to the power of negative half. Okay? Which, if we want to reduce it to lowest terms, it's 3 over 2x. And this is multiplying 3x squared minus 4 to the power of negative half. This is what we have for u prime. And now we do for v prime. Now we remember we said v is sine of 4x, which is not a sine x. So again, here, this is a composite function because we have 4x inside a sine. So how do you do the v prime? We start by differentiating the outside. We differentiate the sine only without looking at the inside. The inside is not going to change. So if you differentiate sine, you get cos. So it's going to be cos of 4x. The inside doesn't change. But then we multiply then by the derivative of the inside. What's the derivative of 4x? It's 4. So this just becomes 4 cos 4x. Now we can now say that f prime of x is going to be equal to, now we put our product rule, is going to be second times derivative of the first plus the first times derivative of the second, which is going to be, what is the second? Sine 4x. So it's sine of 4x, and it's going to multiply, what is it going to multiply? It's going to be times what? Derivative of the first, which is going to be this whole thing, 3 over 2x. So it's going to multiply 3 over 2x, which is going to multiply 3x squared minus 4 to the negative half, which is going to multiply 3x squared minus 4 to the negative half. So it's a whole lot of things. Then we say plus. Now we bring our u. What is our u? This thing. Half, blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be half 3x. It's half of what? 3x squared minus 4 to the half. So half of 3x squared minus 4 to the half. Then this multiplies v prime, which is the derivative of v, which is 4 cos 4x. So it multiplies 4 cos of 4x. So it's going to multiply 4 cos of 4x. What do we now get? Well, let's put, so this comes in front, is going to be 3 over 2 x sine 4x. Then this, since it's to the negative half, we'll put it in the denominator, and it's just going to be 3x squared minus 4 to the positive half. Then we now say plus. Here what do we have? We have 4 times half, so it's going to be 4 over 2. Then it's going to be 3x squared. So it's going to be 3x squared minus 4 to the half, and it's going to multiply. So we say times times cos 4x, which if we simplify, it's just going to be equal to this 2 is a denominator, so we can just say 3x sine 4x, all over 2 is in the denominator, which is multiplying 3x squared minus 4 to the half. Then we say plus, this is just going to become 4 by 3x squared minus 4 to the half by cos 4x all over 2, which you can now simplify. So this now just becomes 3 over 2. You can say 3x sine 4x all over 2 times the square root of 3x squared minus 4 plus, now we're going to have 4 over 2. 2 into 2, 1 into 4 is 2. It's just going to be plus 2 multiplying 3x squared minus. So multiplying the square root of 3x squared minus 4, then multiplying cos 4x. This is going to be it. And this is going to be our final solution, and we would be done. Now we'll go to the next one, which I'll see in the next video. Goodbye for now.